y'all, let's talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. I just watched the reunion. I usually watch it like a day after or Monday, so that's why y'all never get it on the day that it actually comes out. But anyway, Louis and Tiffany, they kind of wrap up talking about them, and Louis, all the guys basically get dismissed. You know, they on a break, they about to just do the ladies and the moms. So Louis goes and talks to Martell in Martell's dressing room area, and he's like, dang, like they tried to eat me up, they was like pretty hard on me, blah blah. But you get what you give. Like, y'all really came on there trying to act like you was gonna be all rah 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 with Maurice about the whole kid thing on camera. But you know what I mean? Like, what'd you expect from him? And then Tiffany was just coming at it with the girls when she was first meeting them, trying to be shady. What'd you think was gonna happen when these people actually watched the confessionals back and watched this stuff play out? And nobody liked y'all, cast or audience. So yeah, and they weren't even that bad. They just said that y'all weren't transparent, and there's a lot of things that we don't know, the audience doesn't know, and a lot of things y'all ain't saying, and that Tiffany had lost her job at the chamber. Okay, Tiffany, did you get fired from the chamber, or did you resign? Were they nice to you and let you resign from the chamber? Because jobs will be nice and say, hey, listen, it isn't working out, we recommend you resign. Which one was it? Because I don't think you're working at the chamber, girl. But anyway, Marcel talks to his brother Maurice, and you know, he's like, I don't want no advice from Louis and Tiffany. They only been married a year. They only saw us on the show for 300 minutes, which is half a day. They don't know me to really say anything, and I understand where he's coming from, because as I get older, I only want to take advice. Like, I'm gonna get married next year. I only want to take advice from married couples, and couples, not newly married couples. I want to get advice from couples who've been married almost 10 years plus. Like, I want to talk to those married couples because they know what, they have more experience, and they're going to know more what they're talking about versus somebody who's been married a year, 2 years, 3 years. I don't want to hear from y'all. Y'all still adjusting and figuring this crap out. I want to talk to the people that's been married for 10 years plus. Okay? And I want to see what they talking about. Because in life, one life tip, do not take advice from people regarding your situation or whatever you're going through who has never been in that situation. Okay? Period. Because a lot of people will give you advice about things that they don't know a damn thing about, or they might have saw somebody else go through it, or saw a situation like that on TV, and they think they're giving you the best. No. In one ear, out the other. Go talk to somebody who actually has been through that situation, or who's doing what you want to do. Period. So that's what Marcel's basically getting at. Now, they go in on the whole issue between Destiny and Tiffany, and I was so disappointed to see that Mel jumped in again, because Destiny just said, like, you know, me and Tiffany didn't get a chance to really hash out the issue because Melody jumped in when they had that little lunch thing in the backyard, when Tiffany basically tried to out Destiny and say, oh, I remember when I met you, your husband was getting an award, and he was basically accepting an award, and apparently he was with another lady, and Tiffany thought that lady was Destiny, but it wasn't. So, which is, when they played it back, I didn't even remember how all that went down, but I remember Tiffany's shady ass. I was like, dang, Tiffany was she was a B, for real. Like, that's not what you say to somebody when you first meet them. And it reminded me of why I was so mad at her when I was doing the reviews as the episodes was dropping. So Destiny was just like, we never got a chance to hash it out at all because Melody jumped in, and Melody jumped in again when they was like hashing it out. Like, they didn't even get to finish the conversation, you know. But Destiny is like, because Tiffany called Destiny judgmental, and Destiny's like, when did I judge you? And she's like, oh, you know, you'll be like, I said this and I said that. No specific examples. Red flag number one. And then she gave one example, and Destiny's like, that was before we had the conversation in an attempt to make up. Tell me a time I was judgmental after we had our conversation. She couldn't give one because there wasn't one. Tiffany, take some accountability. You don't have to say I was a B, but say, you know what? It wasn't cool how I introduced myself to you when I first met you. It wasn't cool for me to bring that up when I was just being introduced to you. It wasn't cool for me to say that. I should have waited until I knew you better and we were comfortable enough around each other for me to say, hey, I actually do remember meeting you or thinking that I met you when I actually saw your husband with another woman. Are you guys okay right now? You could have came off in a whole different way that would have made Destiny like you, would have made the audience like you a little more. But like I said before, I don't know who's in your ear telling you to come off crazy, but now she sees how it really backfired on her because she's a lot more quiet now. She's not any nicer, she's not any more apologetic, but she's just quiet. Like I said in the last review, she is quiet as a freaking mouse. But when she told Destiny, when they was going back and forth, and she was basically like, I don't know why the F you talk like that. Mama, you're going to have to watch the F words. You're going to have to watch the F words, because Destiny was very patient and calm, and I was so proud of her, because when she said that, I was ready to jump through the screen for Destiny. Because I'm just like, this girl don't get it. She ain't going to learn. She ain't going to learn. She's going to be slick in the mouth until she run into the wrong one who is not on a TV camera and don't give a damn. Okay? Into Melody and Destiny's relationship, I think I am in agreement with Tisha, because Tisha basically said, not that they had a very similar situation, but I think Tisha truly believes that Melody is not a good friend and she doesn't know how to be a really, really good friend. And I think she can kind of relate to what Destiny may be going through in a way. I think it is very weird. I'm gonna talk from Destiny's point of view first and then talk from Melody's. I think it's very weird that you're talking to Destiny, like Destiny's talking to Mel every other day or every day. They have that kind of relationship, because there's some friendships where you talk to your friend every day. You know, hey girl, what you doing? Blah, blah, blah. You know, like some friendships are like that. So she's talking to Mel every day. And then once the camera stopped rolling, you ghost her. Because I'm sure Destiny had reached out to her, called her, and her calls wasn't being returned. Text messages weren't being answered. Okay? And Destiny is left confused. Like, she doesn't even seem like she's just infuriated with Melody. She seems literally confused, sad, and just kind of left up in the air. Like, I literally don't know where we stand. I am completely confused. And because when Destiny's angry, like really angry, like I don't think she can hide it that much. I think I would have been able to tell. But the response Melody gives is that when she's done wrapping the show, she distances herself and she doesn't have an issue with Destiny. Melody, that is such a BS answer to give to somebody who you basically see as a very close friend. It's a BS answer, because you could have communicated that to her. Melody, I don't know if your communication skills are where they need to be. Because if you needed space of, hey girl, this show really stressed me out, this taping is crazy, it brought up a lot of wounds and stuff like that. Mentally, I just kind of want to get in my little zone and be in my little hole and whatever, so you might not hear from me a lot. Please don't take it personal. I just need some space right now. That's all Destiny would have needed, and she would have gave you space and would have been right there when you was ready. But you just ghosted her. It don't make no sense. Doesn't make no sense. Now, to look at this from Melody's point of view, I get why she would need space. Because sometimes I take space from people, from things, and I just get in my little zone, and I just need to, I thrive off of alone time sometimes, or whatever. Sometimes when I'm around people a lot, I need to just take a break, and I stay in the house a little more, or I'm on YouTube, or whatever it is that relaxes me, and I'm just kind of in my own world or zone, and I need that. It's kind of like recharging my battery. So I understand where Melody's coming from that point of view. But it is terrible to do that when you don't communicate it to the people who are used to getting your time all the time, or spending time with you, or talking to you all the time. Because I'm sure if she needed some time to distance herself from like talking to her mom as much, or whoever she in a relationship with, she would have communicated it with them. Treat Destiny the same way, or just be upfront and say, you know what, Destiny, I really wasn't feeling what you said at my video release party, and I'm tired of feeling like you're full of drama and negativity and dealing with the problems you got with Tiffany, so I'm just going to back up off you. Just be honest about it. You know, if you ain't feeling her no more and you don't want to be that cool with her no more, just say that. Don't be using some BS excuse. Now, Kimmy and Tisha basically go at it about Melody spreading rumors about Tisha's marriage. And then they talk about Tisha not having Kimmy's back. I'm so done with talking about this whole Tisha not having Kimmy's back situation, because we have beat it to the core. Ain't no meat on that bone. It's done. We all know that Tisha don't be standing up for Kimmy like that. We all know that when they kept joking about the side chick thing, Tisha don't be jumping in like, no, that ain't true. Don't be saying that about my sister-in-law. You only get that kind of energy from Tisha when it comes to Kimmy. You always hear Tisha complaining about what Kimmy doesn't do, and you always see Tisha not taking accountability for the things that she does wrong to Kimmy. Next, moving on, it's not going to change. Tisha's never going to take accountability for it. She's never going to see it, whether she watches the episodes from season 1 to now, or people tell her. She's never going to get it. She's never going to see it. Kimmy, I understand why you, Carlos King pointed out that you look like you've given up and you really can't speak to people who you can't reason with, because Kimmy, I like her. I really do. And she understands that it's not that I was shocked that Carlos said, is Tisha too immature? Like, Tisha's not, she's just not there. She don't connect with how Kimmy thinks and how Kimmy communicates and all the other stuff. It ain't gonna click, and I'm glad Kimmy just knows she gotta cut it off. And it's hard to hear, but I don't believe that Kimmy would be friends with Tisha if they weren't family. I answered the question for her before they played her answer on the TV. I'm like, no, she wouldn't be friends with her. And I was glad she was honest about it, because they just wouldn't click. You know, part of having good relationships with people is knowing how to argue with them or how to have conflict with them and resolve it in a positive way. And they can't get past that. They wouldn't make it, you know, period. Tisha gonna feel a way about it, but that's just how it is. So, I'm done. Now, Tisha and Melody aren't gonna ever be friends again. And I don't think Tisha should be friends with Melody. I really don't think Melody would be a good friend to her anyway. I think Melody, I don't think Melody's friends with anybody on this show, to be completely honest. The only person I think she might be friends with is Tiffany. It's just my honest opinion about it. So, now they bring out the mama, so we get to see Wanda and Melody's mom. They play how Wanda thinks that Melody should get back with Martell. And what really pissed me off, and I was just like, what? When Wanda was like, you know, Melody's mom should have gave her tips about the bedroom. You always overstepping your boundaries, Wanda. Always overstepping your boundaries. And just like Mel mom said, I don't do ghetto. So Melody's mom, I really think she's just so over Wanda, and she just knows that Wanda just be talking to talk. And I thought it was so funny when they asked why Martell's mom wasn't there. Martell was like, you know, she's watching their kids, him and Melody's 4 kids. And Tisha goes, well, I wish my mom would have did that. And Wanda just looking like, that's because Wanda wanted her camera time. Wanda wanted to get her hair and makeup done and put on a bomb dress and come to the reunion. Wanda wanted to sit up there and tell the people what she thought. Wanda wanted to get her 15 minutes. I mean, Wanda got more than 15 minutes, because every time Wanda hit an episode, every time Wanda get on an episode, she come and brings it to life. You know how many episodes? They named one of the episodes after Wanda. They called it Wanda something. They called one of the episodes Wanda. She takes over and gives us what we need. Even though Wanda be, oh my gosh, she is out of line with a lot of stuff she says. But that woman is great TV. So, Miss Wanda was not about to be babysitting them kids, honey. Wanda came to get that check, okay? Because Wanda is a regular on this show. And she be getting the viewers tuned in and be getting us riled up. Now, they started giving a little tea on Melody's mom. Because Wanda said that Melody's mom had a threesome with Maurice and Marcel and their brother. I thought that was so wrong. That was so wrong. We know that lady ain't on no video or no threesome. So, Then Mel's mom said that she was just friends with Maurice and Marcel's brother. They didn't have a relationship, but Marcel said, you know, wasn't y'all? And Martel hopped in too. Like, you was traveling a couple hours to go see him and get in a room and all other stuff. Because she said, I've never been to his house. I've never been to his house. Like, she was really adamant on the fact that they didn't have a relationship and they were just friends. And Marcel was like, you guys had a relationship. And she was dead quiet. It's like, if y'all had a relationship, who cares? Like, you're not married? Who cares? So you wanted a little young piece of meat. Who cares? Who cares? Own it. Because you look better when you own it than when they out you and show that you lying. You know, because then you give us stuff to talk about. You give us stuff to go off of when you're lying. You know, but dang, girl, how you going to be lying in front of that man, 2 brothers, and they know you was over there in a relationship with him? They was going to say something, so that was never going to play out good for you. And I thought it was so cute. We're going to wrap it up here when Jalen came out with the bottle of alcohol that Marcel and Tisha have now under their business. I really was like, when they brought Jalen out, I'm like, Carlos, please tell Jalen to sit down and ask him a few questions, because we need to know how Jalen's job is as the manager at Black. Jalen, are they respecting you more? Or did they send in any help, any mentors? Did you quit? Did they fire you? What is it? Because we need to know that he's okay mentally. Because I was so disappointed to hear like how things were going at Black with him and the job and stuff like that. Because it gave me flashbacks of when I was in corporate. Like, it gave me flashbacks, negative ones. So we need to know if he's okay. We need to know if he's still the manager. Did he step down? We need to know what's going on. All right. But they always gonna joke about him and the Kimmy thing. I mean, not him and Kimmy, him and Destiny thing or whatever, which is funny, it's cute, but we know ain't nothing gonna happen. And nothing should be happening. Destiny needs to find somebody that is extremely masculine, that can tone her down, but I really don't think she's gonna find that. I really don't. I think Destiny is probably gonna end up, since she's so masculine, I think the only thing, and now she has a child too, so now she's gonna be looking for a stepdad. So I really think that Destiny's gonna have to find a beta male who is, of course, not a dominant person, who doesn't mind their woman telling them what to do and yapping off and all the other stuff. You know, she's gonna have to try to find somebody like that in order to remarry or whatever. But I'm not here to give relationship advice. I'm here to review a show. Tell me what you guys thought. They're getting another season, which is gonna be great. I do not want to see Tiffany and Louis on the next season. Now, we can see them on the next season, but I want another couple. Like, I want somebody else thrown in there. You know, like, we need another friend. We need something. Let's spice it up a little more, because I want something else. Tiffany and Louis didn't really give me everything I needed. I want something else, okay? And I do not want to talk about Melody and Martel's divorce not one goddamn more time next season. All right, and I'll see you next time. Bye.